Now, the battle lines have been drawn ahead of the ANC's national conference in Mangaung. The meeting starts on Sunday.
And the list of candidates who will contest for top positions is growing. We're joined now by eNCA Political Analyst Justice Malala. So we've heard the developments insofar as Kgalema Motlanthe is concerned. The big question is, what took him so long? We're on the eve of Mangaung.
The thing about Kgalema Motlanthe is that you get the answer to, he is running now, but then what's he running for? Because you have three positions that he's confirmed that he's running for: the presidency of the ANC, the deputy presidency of the ANC, and a seat on the National Executive Committee. What's going to happen in Mangaung? You and I think we're going there for 5 days. But what's going to happen is that they're going to go on the floor, and it's going to be, we're voting for the position of president. Then it's a runoff between him and President Zuma. And then, someone wins or loses. If he loses, then it's going to be another vote by all 4,500 voting delegates for the deputy presidency. Then you have the rest of the voting. We could be there for quite a bit longer than just until Thursday.
Well, best you have comfortable shoes on.
I was going to say, Justice, I'm going to have to repack tonight. I've read somewhere that this is Kgalema Motlanthe, in terms of a deputy presidential aspiration, that he's been called the Mitt Romney of South African politics, that he's hopeful but doesn't have the delegate count.
I don't think he's got the delegate count. I think he's left it too late. I think he could have built up some momentum all along. I saw the ANC Youth League saying today, he's the best traditions. He didn't campaign for himself, unlike the others and so forth. But actually, if you want to be president of the ANC and thereby possibly president of South Africa, you've got to run. He didn't run. He's got 3 provinces. The provinces that he's got, Gauteng, the Western Cape, Limpopo, and the ANC Youth League are divided on this. So their delegates, when they do go there, actually will not be out and out Kgalema Motlanthe supporters. Then you have on the other side the 5 provinces that support Jacob Zuma plus KwaZulu-Natal are pretty strong provinces. So the numbers are not looking good for him right now.
All right, as far as Jacob Zuma is concerned, if he ostensibly has this locked up, why is he still working so hard on the delegate numbers at the 11th hour?
It's not over till it's over, and he wants to make sure. I mean, it's one of the shoe brands used to like saying, there's no finish line. I think for President Zuma, he's a consummate campaigner. You saw this in the run-up to 2007. He's doing it again. It's not over till it's over.
So it's efficient, smart politics.
It's get this thing locked up right until voting day. President Zuma and the people who support him are not going to stop. And I think that's one of the key things about the other side, about the Kgalema Motlanthe side, is that, it's, are we in, are we not in? Can we do this or should we not do this? It's not good enough. You've got to run. And President Zuma has been a good campaigner all along, and he's got the numbers, and he's still fighting. If you look at the decision in Limpopo, for example, Sikukuna's coming back in, and it's very much a strong Zuma region. So there you go.
It's akin in some ways to brinkmanship politics. The truth is, Motlanthe has been a member of the NEC for the last 15 years. As you mentioned, he's going to be 3 times out on the floor, say he doesn't win the first 2 positions. Could be hugely embarrassing for him. Is his political career on the line? If he gets none of those, what happens to him?
I think it's definitely on the line. Firstly, even if President Zuma, remember in 2007 and 2008, President Zuma said, why beat up a dead snake, referring to Thabo Mbeki and saying, we don't have to kick him out. Well, people around Jacob Zuma in January and February and March will be saying, why is it this guy embarrassed you? He stood against you. He stood against your candidate for the deputy presidency. Remember, there have been attempts to lure Deputy President Motlanthe to come back in and be a running partner for Jacob Zuma, and he's turned those down clearly because he's accepted the nomination. This means that people will be saying, Chief, this guy, he's not your man. And I think that's where the turbulence post-Mangaung is going to come from. What happens to Fikile Mbalula? What happens to Paul Mashatile? What happens to Kgalema Motlanthe, crucially? And you may see, even if Jacob Zuma says he doesn't want it or doesn't really want it, you may see a cabinet reshuffle.
Shouldn't we be more interested in the battle for the deputy presidency?
I think the battle for the deputy presidency is very interesting. We don't know right now whether Cyril Ramaphosa is running, but that's the interesting one, because if Cyril Ramaphosa is running, if it comes to pass that among those who say, you know what, we need a prime ministership, then that's where it will be looking. I think for Kgalema Motlanthe, the presidency is out. I think he's got a better chance at the deputy presidency, but I think right now it's going down to the wire, and the deputy presidency will be open to him if Cyril Ramaphosa doesn't run. Otherwise, he's going to lose twice.
Very, very quickly, we're all setting out tomorrow. What is the tone likely to be?
I think the tone's going to be.
Well, stop laughing.
it's going to be great fun to be there. I think, you know, we saw quite a bit of history being made with Thabo Mbeki and Polokwane. I think here it's not just about leadership changes. It's also about what those leaders do with the future of South Africa. And so you may see election results, policy shifts that impact hugely on 2014 and 2019 elections in South Africa.
All right, we'll let you go and put your Bloemfontein Mango ensemble on, and we'll see you on Saturday.